Good morning. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please join me in welcoming Nathan Lanzini for today's announcements.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday, November 2nd, and it's a white day. Student government will meet tomorrow at 7:20 in the Mayo Lounge. See Mr. Ryan or Rory with any conflicts or questions. Attention day students, please check your STJ Labs account for an email from Mrs. Greenwood with information about Burke Mountain season passes. Applications are due by November 30th in order to take advantage of discounted pricing. The following colleges have visits today: Johnson and Wales University, St. Anselm College, University of Connecticut, and SUNY College at Oswego. The following college has a visit tomorrow: Savannah College of Art and Design. Please see Naviance for all details. All 2023 India trip participants, don't forget to meet in the Tinker House at 3:30 p.m. today. If you are unable to attend, please see Ms. Gary in the nurse's office. Tomorrow, as part of the Fireside Literary Series, Academy alumnus Jasper Craven will give a talk about his life as a freelance investigative journalist. Mr. Craven has published articles in The Atlantic, The Boston Globe, The New York Times, VT Digger, and many other journals. He has a particular focus on the military and veterans issues. The talk will take place at 3:30 in the library and is free and open to the public. Refreshments will be served. Friday tournaments are back. That's right, this Friday, right after school in the field house, there will be an indoor soccer tournament. Stop by Student Life and register your team of 5 players, $5 entry fee, and cash prizes for the winner. Badminton Club meets today in the field house after conference period. Think you can return Zoe Zhao's smash shot? Come try. Badminton, today, field house. All are welcome. See Ms. Smith with any questions. Science Olympiad meets today and tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday, to develop a greater understanding of water in the environment. Specific events we will work on are dynamic planet, green generation, and environmental chemistry. If you want to learn more about fresh water on this special planet of ours, how water interacts with the earth and air as it flows through the environment, and how human activity stresses water systems, come and explore with similarly interested new friends. Streeter 241 from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. The Makerspace will be open this afternoon for creativity and camaraderie. Today's topic, making custom stickers. Please join us in Streeter 141 starting at 3:45. And now, for your Wednesday joke of the week from Mr. Camilio. A tourist in New York City wants to visit Carnegie Hall, so he's walking down the street trying to find it. He sees a jazz musician carrying a saxophone case going the opposite way. He stops him and asks, "How do I get to Carnegie Hall?" Without missing a beat, the musician replies, "Practice, man, practice." Happy birthday today to Caleb Ponte and Carrick Mendoz, and a special happy birthday to both Mr. Lanzini and Nathan Lanzini, who share a birthday today. Happy birthday. Thank you, everyone. Have an excellent day.
Thank you, Nathan. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Shelby Lazat with a special e-waste day reminder.
Good morning. I'm here with the National Honor Society and to talk to you all about the e-waste collection drive that is happening this Friday, November 4th, from noon to 3 in the field, below the field house. So what is e-waste? E-waste is electronic materials that have reached the end of their rainbow. It can be anything from watches to computers to washing machines. Anything that has batteries in it or can be plugged into a wall is e-waste. It's very important that electronic devices are properly disposed of because it is illegal in Vermont to put e-waste in landfills, which are not equipped to handle it. Electronics contain toxic heavy metals, including lead, mercury, and chlorium. And when e-waste is tossed into landfills, these chemicals leach into the soil and the groundwater. The EPA aggressively regulates the presence of those chemicals in our natural system, and it's very harmful if we say, just throw our phone on the side of the road when it's done. Electronics are also made of valuable materials like gold, silver, platinum, and copper. By sending e-waste to a recycling facility, the lifespan of those materials can be at least doubled. Many electronic devices are almost 100% recyclable. If all of America's discarded phones were recycled, it could save enough energy to power 24,000 homes. Recycling e-waste will also reduce greenhouse gas emissions that could come from manufacturing new products. So we're asking you to please bring in your old electronics to our collection this Friday so that they can be properly disposed of. Last year when we had the e-waste drive, we collected over 3,000 tons of e-waste. We'll be joined by Good Point Recycling again, a local recycling facility based out of Middlebury. So start looking through your junk drawers in your garage and come to the e-waste this Friday below the field house between noon and 3. Thank you, and we'll see you there.
Thank you, Shelby. As you heard from Dr. Howell on Monday, we're eager to share this podium with many voices, and today it is my privilege to invite Addie Chandler, a sophomore here at St. Johnsbury Academy, to speak with you all. Please welcome Addie.
Hi, my name is Addie. Thank you for taking the time this morning to listen to me. I sincerely wish I could have been up here talking about something a little lighter, but I feel this needs to be listened to. We already heard from Mr. Weiss about anti-Semitism and his own Jewishness, and now I'm here to talk about my own Jewishness and my experience with anti-Semitism, with the hope that it will resonate with a few of you because maybe you see me as a peer. I'm 15 years old, I like to read, I play the guitar, my favorite color is green, and I'm afraid of being Jewish. I was afraid of being Jewish when I was 7, and a stranger in a YouTube comment section told me to burn in hell because I was the devil. I was afraid of being Jewish when I was 8, 9, 10, and all through elementary and middle school because my siblings and I were told, in the gentlest way one can by our mother, that there are people in this world who hate us because of our Jewishness, and some even wish us dead. I was afraid of being Jewish when I, like Mr. Weiss, grew up imagining what would happen to me if the Holocaust happened now. I, like every other Jew I know, grew up with the weight of knowing that I would have ended up in the same ovens as my Jewish peers. The weight of 6 million people just like me was heavy to carry in 5th grade, and I was afraid. I was afraid of my Jewishness when I was 11 on my way to school because I passed a train with a swastika spray painted on it, and that was the first time I had ever seen one in person. I was afraid of my Jewishness when I was 12 because a Pittsburgh synagogue shooting had just taken place, and I worried about what could happen to the synagogue I attended. I was afraid of being Jewish when I was 14, and I came to the academy, and within just one semester, I experienced more anti-Semitism than I had in my entire life. I was afraid of being Jewish when people I barely knew came up to me in class and in the halls and told me I was going to be murdered. I was afraid when I had a peer draw a picture of Hitler on my classwork and begin to draw a swastika on my friends. And when I had a peer show me a picture of a puppy and say, "See this puppy? He hates Jews. He's going to kill you," which was so absurd it actually made me laugh, but that's not even half of it. There were dozens of Jewish jokes made at my expense about my murder. I was new to the school, and like everyone else, all I wanted was to fit in with my peers. But instead, I was greeted with morbid reminders of my Jewishness and veiled threats. But most recently, I was afraid of being Jewish at 15 on Yom Kippur because there were swastikas carved into the walls of this school. For the majority that don't know, Yom Kippur is part of the high holy days in the Jewish religion. It is, ironically, the day of repenting, of remorse, and apology. On the day in which I'm supposed to reflect on my mistreatment of others, I was faced with a vicious reminder of at the time when people like me were most mistreated, with a symbol of a swastika carved into the walls of St. Johnsbury Academy, a school I was once so proud to attend. a school that prides itself on its diversity and unity. This is not the school I applied to, and I know this is not the school many of you chose as well. You've heard from your superiors, but this is coming from your equal. Please stand with us. I often joke how few Jews there are at this school, but it really means something now. I grew up in middle of nowhere, Massachusetts. I'm more than accustomed to being the odd Jew out. I got used to being the only one to stand up or to speak on these issues, but we're older now, and we're smarter. So I beg of you, use your voice. The Jewish students don't have to be so alone this time. I share these stories with you, these examples of anti-Semitism from my own life, because they matter. Comments, jokes, drawings, carvings in the wall, they all matter. And when you stand by and do nothing, and say nothing, it matters. After Mr. Weiss's speech, some of the sophomore class stood up and clapped. I was the only one in my row to stand, and I turned to the people next to me and I asked them, please stand up, and they didn't, because they didn't want to make a scene. So instead, I'm here, making a scene. The people that didn't stand, the people that made those stupid jokes, the boy with the puppy, do I believe they're truly anti-Semitic? No, of course not. But their silence and their complacency, their acceptance is harmful. Your words and your actions hold significant power, a kind of power your Jewish peers so desperately need on their side right now. I ask if you are to take anything from my speech today, you do not let it be that I seek pity or revenge of any kind. I do not need your sympathy. I need your voice. I need change, and I need education on the topic of anti-Semitism because it is far from gone. Too many people believe anti-Semitism ended after the war, and I'm here to show you that it is here and it is dangerous. I'm here to ask you, to plead with you, please do something. You have the power here. You have the numbers, you have the privilege, you have a voice. Why won't you do something with it? My name is Addison Chandler. I'm 15 years old. I like to read. I play the guitar. My favorite color is green, and I am still afraid of being Jewish. Thank you.
Thank you, Addie. As I've shared with you before, it takes a great deal of courage to take this stage. We've seen this courage time and again. As I thought about Addie's speech, I think about author Anna Quinlan's belief that, quote, we write the present to believe in our future. Today, Addie shared her words, her experiences, for the belief in our collective future, who we can be, who we should strive to be. She implored us to use our voices because in doing so, we shape the world with our words and actions. It cannot be denied that there are words and accompanying actions that cause great harm, whose edges are sharp beyond compare. But what I also hear in Addie's words is the idea that saying nothing when you observe something that you know is wrong or hurtful is equally dangerous. I have to believe that the inverse of this is true too, that words and accompanying actions can be a balm to soothe. And so as you go into your day, the remainder of your week, into your lives here at St. Johnsbury Academy and well beyond, I hope you consider the agency you have over your own life, but also the impact you have on the lives of others. Thank you, faculty.